behind the tarot cards.
Yep, there is, and but those symbols are pretty well defined. And if we're, I've had a lot of people come to me with this, and there's Masonic symbols all throughout movies and television, and then I say, what symbols and what are they trying to tell us, and nobody ever knows. So I don't know what to make of it.
It's like I'll see the Masonic, I'll see the Freemason symbol in certain movies at times, but there's nothing wrong with the Freemasons. I mean, they are infiltrated by the Illuminati eventually, but Illuminati,
listen, hang on. Don't you think that's giving our government a little too much credit? A little too much, because they have problems running the country, right? I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the country, I do, but look, we're in a sad state of affairs right now, and they're having problems with simple things like budgets and clean water and schools, and if they can't handle those things, how can they get into esoteric symbols in movies? And what does that accomplish?
What I'm just trying to say is, it's deeper than that. It's all designed that way. That's all that, there's a deeper force behind, just these people working, the humans working. There's a force behind that, the dark force that they're working for, their whole inside out, backwards, all the way around society that they, raise us in today. That must be in the stuff like that.
All right, well, I appreciate the call, but I still don't quite understand what those symbols are, what they're trying to tell us, and why would they the ominous they, right? What are they trying to tell us, and why? I can never quite get those answers, but I do appreciate the call, and I'll look into it. I'll take a look into it. I know there must be hundreds of YouTube videos I can take a look at and explain it. On North American Skype, you're on the air.
Hello, Heather. Don't you worry about it too much about the symbols, because it's the church will take care of that for you.
Oh, really? Well, I hope for all of us, not just for me.
Yes, because I work at the Vatican in the observatory.
Oh, do you really?
Yes.
I see.
And we think of the moon, and it might come close and might smack down and hit the earth, so everybody have to get ready to pay for your sins. And especially some of your listeners, they're rotten to the core bunch of DM talkers.
Oh, really? Oh, my gosh. A man of the cloth has looked at DM talk?
They're a bunch of rotten to the core bandwidth eaters.
Are they?
Sometimes they leave their computer on and they're not even listening to the show.
Oh, are they really? Well, that's all right. I will take bandwidth eaters. I run this program with the spirit of America in mind, sir.
God gives you $100 when you die, and you have to pay for your sins. Murder is already $100, so you're gonna go to hell.
Is using bandwidth a sin also?
Yeah, but it's only about 50 cents. But
I see. Okay.
It's 50 cents or 50 cents. It's like a masturbation. It really adds up.
Well, I will go ahead and foot the bill for the DM Talkers bandwidth usage. How about that? I am that generous.
That's a good.
I'm cool.
I like that.
I'm cool like that. Yeah, it doesn't bother me. So, I'm surprised to hear from you though. You listen to this program regularly?
Everybody at the Vatican likes yours.
Dear, okay. Yeah, we can't have that on the air. I didn't know that a man of the cloth would speak like that. Do you pray with that mouth?
I should have said the poop.
Yes.
I do. Everybody, it's a funny. It's a funny joke. The Pope, he laughs at it too.
Oh, does he? He does. Well, he does wear a funny hat, too. Well, I'm glad to hear from you.
Sometimes he puts his hat on his mouth and he pretends he's a fish.
Does he? So they like to have a good time at the Vatican, huh? When nobody's looking, they let it all hang out?
That's all right, yes.
And they listen to witches doing late-night paranormal talk radio?
Exactly, every night we listen to you. Anyways, the moon probably will smack down. We'll think it's falling down. I look through my binoculars at the observatory, and we think it's going to smack it down.
That the moon is going to come down and smack the Earth. And do you have an ETA on that?
Probably sometime next week, I think.
Next week. All right. I will make a note of that, sir. And thank you very much for the call. And I'm grateful and glad to hear that everybody over at the Vatican is listening to the program, including the Pope. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to keep a straight face here. It's all right. Very glad to hear. You know what I'm imagining right now, whether it's true or not, boy, is that ever a funny mental image of a bunch of men of the cloth hanging around with their devices. Do bishops and with their devices using for this program. And
ugly fucking alien babies. I'm baptized.
Oh dear. All right. North American Skype, you're on the air.
Killing those babies.
All of it, sir.
So are you still going with me this next week to go see the Killers here at the T-Mobile Center?
What's that? No, I'm not going anywhere. I'm working on the show.
Well, you could do it from the 840 station out here, or you could go to Arts House.
What?
Next week, okay? On Wednesday is the Killers. Thursday is Nicki Minaj and Ariana Grande, and then Friday is
Will you please turn your background device? Turn off your background device. Okay.
Are you asking me out on a date?
Yes.
Right here on the program.
Right here, right now.
On the program, you're asking me out on a date to go see Guns N' Roses?
Yes, and the Killers. That's one of the two groups. That's the first one we're going to see for sure. The Killers.
I've
got my passes right here.
This is an April Fool's, right?
No, it's not. It's not. We talked about this earlier, a couple months back. And so you ready, girl? You ready to come to Vegas and shake it all, girl? Having some fun?
To Vegas. Okay. Thank you very much for the call. Yeah, I don't know about that. I just don't have that kind of time. I really don't. And but thank you very much for the offer. It's an amusing thought, but yeah. That's got to be another April Fool's. There have been a lot in a row, and it's been a pretty funny night. So, we've still got a lot of program left, and I really would like to hear this caller or this wormhole messenger. Is that a term? With the missing time. Story.
No, there's nobody
I would love
there.
to hear that call.
Sorry,
actually.
there's nobody by that name.
That's
Shut up.
Got me a little bit distracted, wondering.
Oh, anything that makes you distracted,
let's go to
Heather.
Pennsylvania. You're on the air.
Fuck are you?
You're not going to ask me out on a date, are you?
You wouldn't want to ask her. She's a stinking bitch.
Sorry about Sandy Hook. Sorry about Sandy Hook, by the way.
Well, don't say sorry to me. Say sorry to the families.
Yeah, well, true.
I know I'm on the fucking air.
But,
Shut up!
You're the last caller, yeah? It's kind of weird. The missionary, Catholic, whatever, and the telescope and stuff, it's creepish.
We're getting some characters tonight. I'm having a good time with it.
That's good. I just want to get more personal with you. Like, I'm glad you took over Art Bell's show and stuff, and just glad to hear you guys' conversations are pretty good.
What do you mean?
I used to follow Art Bell for 8 years, and then whatever. I still don't really know what happened. Whatever happened to him?
You mean recently with Midnight in the Desert?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Well,
Shut up.
So October 21st, Art was doing a show with Dr. Bill Forstchen. Right? Dr. Forstchen talks a lot about what would happen if there was a EMP hit to America. And anyhow, So they were doing this show. It was about an hour and a half in, and Art started to get some messages on his phone from his neighbors, and it turns out that someone had fired some shots at the studio that Art does the program from. So he goes out, he checked out the scene, he comes back, and, the shooter was gone. So he finished the show. And we all worried. At first, we thought it was just some kids out in the desert shooting guns, and it turns out, no. One of his neighbors saw the car drive up, take out a rifle, high-powered rifle, and shoot 4 or 5 shots toward the house that Art did the show from. And then every 3 weeks, there was another incident. He got death threat phone calls. There was an intruder on his property right before another program he was about to do. He saw somebody on his property tampering. It happened in a matter of seconds. Art saw the motion detector lights go off. He goes outside. He goes around the corner. He sees a person, all dressed in black, crouched under the window of his studio.
Yes,
and as soon as the person realized that Art was there and Art drew his gun, the guy ran off into the desert, into the night. And then what really did it was December 9th. Art was on his way to his studio to do the show that night. There was a single shot fired from the empty desert. He also yelled at him, and he was going to go around being a military man. He hit the deck and hit the ground.
And that's the concept of I. Then arose the Apollyon, the devil, Satan, claiming that it's you and I. And from that day on, there is trouble. The world gone astray. From that day on, trouble the world and the world gone astray. We've got wars and rumors of war. Trouble is the world and the world gone astray. Nations rising up against nations. World gone astray. Mother against daughter, father against son. Little children having children. In this ya hold, it's the Armageddon taking place in iration. Hold, it's the Armageddon taking place in iration. I see light fighting against darkness, righteousness against evil, right battling against wrong. Here comes bondage, struggling for freedom. But have patience, I do not have patience. Don't be burdened by reasons of tribulation. Have patience, I do not have patience. remember the call of redemption. It says, blessed art the poor, they shall inherit the earth. Blessed art the meek, they shall have the earth. Them that hunger and thirst after righteousness, them alone shall be called blessed. In this Yahweh, it's the Armageddon taking place in iration. It's the Armageddon taking place in iration. Woe be unto the pastors that lead my sheep astray. Everyone shall get his pay. Or the gates of hell just could never prevail. I'd like to say Babylon failed. There is one like unto a flames of fire. His name I can tell. He is conquering and to conquer the gates of doom and hell. And life, long life, is his reward to them that are good. As for the heathen, in their hearts his name is terrible and dreadful. In this Yahweh, it's the Armageddon taking place in iration. 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 The night is past, the day is come. I see Jah shining in the shining sun. The night is past.
Monster Castle, paranormal, radio, Monster Castle, paranormal, digital radio.
We've been playing for the good time kids. Denim jackets and 1-inch pants. And I don't know when I'll see you again. All I need's my baby and a bottle of gin. On the good nights they sing along, and on the bad ones they don't even come. We've been praying things will go our way, but even if they don't, I'ma be okay. Well, I got you in the sun, got my friends in the dark, got a little money in my pocket and a fire in my heart. Oh! Come last call, there ain't much to say. Just laugh one more and hope we get paid.
what a whistle. Baby got a bird, honey got a bird will sing. Baby got a bird, honey got a bird will sing. Without Corina, sure don't mean a natural thing. I learned to love you, baby, before I call, honey, before I call your name. Baby, before I call, honey, before I call your name. I wouldn't trade your love for money. Honey, you're my warm heart, baby, you're my warm heart's flame. Have mercy, baby on my hard luck, mama on my hard luck, so. Baby on my hard luck, honey on my hard luck, so. Got a rainbow around my shoulder, shine like silver, baby look like Klondike gold. Got a bird, honey got a bird will sing. Baby got a bird, honey got a bird will sing. Without my Corina, sure don't mean a natural thing. Corina, oh Corina, Corina.
So now I'm gonna give you a song called, like you're doing everybody here, we are the slaves until Africa and Africans are free. This is a song called Slave.
Me many times to talk about it. They say to me, I gotta leave it, I gotta leave it. It's a bad habit for them all. But when I try to leave it, my friends keep telling me, fool amongst fools. Now I'm a slave. Let's
wife gets worried 'cause she knows he's got double trouble coming home. Sometimes I'm crying, I'm crying, I'm crying, never helps me. Let's stay, oh, let's stay, let's stay, oh, let's stay, at Christmas, oh, let's stay, just let me, just stay.
The views and opinions expressed on this show. Are not necessarily those of the network or anyone affiliated. There will be mature possibly immature.
I still hang on every word in a world of faded memories where you're still in love with me. I can see it in your eyes, a look as if your major Tom has lost control. I must hold on, this happens all the time. I still find my faith in you. I can't hold on, this happens all the time. I still find my way to you, to you, to you. If a dream's all that I got, then I wish you in a fairy tale where you're still in love with me. I can see it in your eyes, a look as if your hero fell and lost his soul. I must hold on, this happens all the time. I still find my faith in you. I can't hold on, this happens all the time. I still find my way to you, to
but now it's apart. I'm here struggling, keeping it real, while the rest of them are hustling, seeking a deal. Sometimes I sit back and think, Jamie, just do one tune, make a couple G's and chill. The reason I started making music is the exact same reason that I'll never do it, I swear. I didn't go through all that for this, I'll give that a miss. That's just how it is, I'm fair, straight. Who can tell me different? Look at me, determined, man on a mission. My music is me, and I am my music. So like it or lump it, I'ma do this.
I never had a playlist in my heart. Now I need an A-list just to chart. But I've been famous from the start. How am I gonna make my mark? Are you gonna play me though? Song was never meant for the radio.
I get it in, forget a radio spin. I'm just doing my thing, and I don't have time for a playlist.
How much will you pay me though? The song was not a hit on the radio.
Thank God for nightclubs and the raves, cause I don't think they like us on the airwaves, unless we water it down. But cordial music is boring me now, I swear. I guess it matters what your goal is, or in this music scene, what your role is. I'm still trying here, cause I'm a pioneer. I use my mouth less than I use my eyes and ears. See, I'm just telling you the truth. You can't shoot the messenger, bulletproof roof. You won't hear me on the radio, but go to the rave and the crowd, they're raising the roof. Why is that? What's going on there? To tell you the truth, I don't really care. I am my music is me. Like it or not, this is how it's gonna be.
I never had a playlist in my heart. Now I need an A-list just to chart.
But I've been famous from the start.
How am I gonna make my mark? Are you gonna play me though? The song was never meant for the radio.
I get it in, forget a radio spin. I'm just doing my thing, and I don't have time for a playlist.
How much will you pay me though? The song was not a hit on the radio. I feel it on the airwaves, spin it on the dial. Feel it through the speakers, rhythm by the pile. So won't you hit me out? Never feel it from the baseline, feel it in the club. Maybe I could take time singing for the dub. So won't you hit me out? Are you gonna play me though? The song was never meant for the radio.
I get it in, forget a radio spin. I'm just doing my thing, and I don't have time for a playlist.
How much will you pay me though? The song was not a hit on the radio. Are you gonna play me though? The song was never meant for the radio.
I get it in, forget a radio spin. I'm just doing my thing, and I don't have time for a playlist.
How much will you pay me though? The song was not a hit on the radio.
I gave her sweet illusions. She was in deep confusion. Then I accepted her debut, and I got her every move I knew. I dropped my head a few hands. I've always found what she wants. You know, she was my student on Fridays, my lover on Sundays. We wanted to learn that hot butter dance. It's my favorite surprise. I've been fooled more than twice. I thought that I was her dancer, the only romancer, but she changed the rules of my tango dance. Rules of my tango dance. You gave me sweet illusions. I gave you love profusion. We harmonized our fantasies, but at least there's one more dance that we have missed. I put on glitter, heart of steel, then you can feel that I'm real. You're still my student my favorite surprise. I've been fooled more than twice. I thought that I was her dancer, the only romancer, that she wanted more than a tango dance. It's my favorite surprise. I've been fooled more than twice. I thought that I was her dancer, the only romancer, that she changed the rules of my tango dance, tango dance, tango dance. My tango dance, moves of 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 my tango dance. It's my favorite surprise. I've been fooled more than twice. I thought that I was her dancer, the only romancer, that she wanted more than a tango dance. It's my favorite surprise. I've been fooled more than twice. I thought that I was her dancer, the only romancer, that she changed the rules of my tango dance.
What the fuck? What happened there? Okay, it crashed. It went for, I don't know how many freaking hours now. 5. More than that, isn't it? It was like, remember we went for a car ride earlier. Was that? It played all night. Okay, it crashed. Yeah. It went for, I don't know how many freaking hours now. Wow. Let's see what happens. I'm going to try to reboot it. The wait completed due to an abundant mute X. That doesn't even make sense.
Wow. That was a weird freaking message there, man. But it's back.
They're the land I've heard about, but never would I thought that I would try to find it. Since I've heard so much more, this land I can't ignore. I've just gotta find a way, come listen now. Some say that it's paradise on earth. Now I know that I'd really like to go. I wanna go to the land of joy, to the land of peace, to the land where I know I will be free, to the
love and harmony, oh peace and unity.